Welcome, I am Miriam and today I would like to introduce our Nail Eon UV Gel starter set to you. Included are the following items. Nail Cleaner Special. It degreases the nail plate and reliably cleans nails and tools. 2 straight studio files with a 100-180 grit. With this file you can remove small and coarse irregularities. The buffer, which is also called file block. It has a 240 grit and it can also be used to roughen the natural nail. Our NDED tip glue. With this we glue the tips onto the natural nail. The professional tip box, filled with 108 tips with a natural look. A chrome-plated nail clipper for an easy shortening of the tips. A primer, also called bonding agent. This liquid creates a long-lasting, stable connection between the natural nail and the nail enhancement system. Our bonding gel. This gel coat increases the adhesion between natural nail, tip and builder gel. The builder gel. It can be used for an enhancement of the natural nails as well as for enhancing the tips. French gel white for the French look. Artificial nails with pearly white fingernail tips. Sealing gel is the finish of the enhancement. This strongly adhesive gel does not only prevent scratches, but also gives the nails a high gloss look. We have also included a high quality gel brush, of course. Orange wood sticks for pushing back the cuticle and for removing gel residue. A 500-piece roll of cellulose swabs for a lint-free use before, during or after the enhancement. UV lamp, a mirrored light curing device with 4 9-watt lamps. It can be used for a continuous service of 3 minutes. A useful timer helps you keep a good timing. And the most important thing for beginners, a detailed instruction on how everything works. Now you actually have everything to start immediately. My recommendation? Order a spot swirl and a dust brush at the same time as well. These products aren't expensive but very useful. Now I'm looking forward to showing you the use of the presented set in the studio. I have already prepared one hand. On the second one I'm going to show you all steps in detail. Of course, we have disinfected hands and tools at the beginning of the treatment. I carefully start to push back the cuticle with the flat end of the orange wood stick. With a buffer, I roughen the natural nail so that it isn't shiny anymore. Now the dust is removed. Alternatively, you can also do this with cleaner and a cellulose swab. With a file, we bring the nails to shape. This makes affixing the tips easier. and again the dust is removed. The tips, suitably selected before, are now glued onto the natural nail with tip glue. Carefully, the tip is put on the natural nail and applied on it. This should happen quickly to prevent possible air bubbles. I remove excess glue with a nail cleaner on a cellulose swab. As you see, the tips have an indentation for the glue. When the glue has dried, the tips are fixed. With a nail clipper, the tips are now shortened to the desired length. With a file, I go along the sideline and file the tips to shape. I carefully file away the transition at the seam line. This is also called blending. After controlling the length, I work on the nails with a buffer to remove rough edges and tip residues. When filing and shortening, a ridge often develops on the underside of the tip. Make sure you remove it as well. The primer is only applied on the natural nail now. When the primer is dry, we start with the first gel coat. First comes the bonding gel. It is applied thinly. Recommended curing time 120 seconds. Now we generously apply the builder gel. Make sure that the highest point of the gel is located between the natural nail and the tip. I briefly cure each nail individually to prevent running. Please don't apply any gel on the cuticles or the skin. After the last nail, I cure everything completely for 180 seconds. I remove the sweating layer. Irregularities are removed with the fine side of the file. Afterwards, I work with the buffer again. It is important to remove all dust residues thoroughly. Now the spot swirl is used. I prefer to apply the French gel with this tool. Of course, you can also use the enclosed brush. Just try out what you like better. I remove excess gel with the orange wood stick. Here I also briefly cure each nail individually. Afterwards, I cure the entire hand completely. The French tip should proportionally match the nail bed. Please don't forget the edges and the nail tip. Finally, I apply our sealing gel. Make sure you also coat the entire tip. Here I also briefly cure individually and completely at the end. At the end, I file the edges again. As a finish and for care, I recommend one of our scented cuticle care oils. Here is the result with the products from our starter set. Now I wish you a lot of fun trying. As always, you will find all our products in our online shop. Would you like to know more? Just have a look at our other videos. See you next time on the Nded channel.